Hello, hello. We are streaming live on Lightworkers Secrets to Success. We're so excited to be here tonight. We have the dynamic duo, Pamela and myself, Amanda, and we are light workers, light warriors, and we are also energy healers. And so we are so thankful for you guys to be here today. We come on every Friday and do a card reading for the collective. I think it's our favorite time of the week that we can just kind of let loose, see what the universe and God has to tell us, and share with us. Because sometimes, as you know, we as light beings tend to take on other people's energy. And sometimes it's kind of hard to tell if it's actually our energy that we're feeling or somebody else's. And I know that's been happening quite often. The other thing too, and nobody, and I don't know if people are talking about this, but I think it's important because it's just coming to me. It's important to let people know that sometimes we have been being attacked by negative entities. I call them demons. Some people don't like that name. They think, oh my gosh, it's kind of a harsher word, but we've been releasing a lot of those, and we've been having a lot of tech issues with and usually it's some negative entities or energies kind of like, hey, I'm here, like, look at me. And so luckily we haven't had any today, but for the viewers out there, they may not know, like last week, oh my gosh, it was last Thursday morning, I could not text on my phone. Like the little keypad wouldn't pop up. And so I was getting all these text messages so I could read them, but I couldn't respond either on my phone or on Facebook Messenger. But I got around it because on Facebook, I could at least talk to text on Messenger. So I'm like recording myself. But it lasted for several hours. And then literally I released demons to the light, and then my phone worked again.
Wow. So I remember that because I remember you were like you were going to go have to invest in a new phone and you weren't ready to do that yet.
I wasn't ready. I wanted to wait till today. So anyway, so anyways, okay, cool. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna, like we do every Friday, we're just gonna ask the universe. I'm gonna yawn too, fella.
Yeah, the energy's starting to shift.
Yeah, it just goes through us. So when we're yawning, it means energy is shifting through us. It's being released from us. I'm gonna ask what cards we need to listen to today. We had a great card reading last week from Pamela. So we have the Archangel Power cards is the number 1. Let's see, number 2. Do we need a number 2? Yes, we need number 2. Okay. This is Gateways number 2. Any more? That's it? Okay, I guess those are it. Well, actually, Pamela, I guess I'm going to read these 2, and then it's going to be your turn, and we'll figure out which ones that. Put your hands on yours, and I'll.
Well, it's got to be the 2 that you don't have then. Well, no, you got the dragon one too, right?
I have the dragon. I have.
So what if it's going to be because you've got the power one, which is what you're reading from, it's one of mine, and you've got the dragon one, which is one of mine. The only one you don't have is the divine animals, but we can see what happens.
Okay. Do you want to put those in front of you? You just put your hand on, and I'll just kind of see which one you're supposed to read from.
Okay, and I'm not going to let you see which one I put where.
Nope. Nope. Don't show me.
There was somebody asked me, well, how do you know she it's like, no, we don't ever need it. So, okay. So this is the first one.
This is yes.
That is so weird. Okay. Do I need more than one deck or 2? Or just the one?
It says just this one for now. So okay. So it could be going back and forth, but it could be that maybe you have something in your cards that need to be read only by you.
It's one of the same decks you have, so that's why I thought that was weird.
That's all right.
It's all good, right?
Yeah.
But it could just be my energy that needs to pull. Yep.
Yeah. See, because you are so good with dragons, I'm not so familiar with them, so that's probably why.
Yeah, my dragon's energy is one of my big things, so it makes sense. All right, so who's going to go first, you or me?
Well, if I could stop yawning, I'm going to go first. We
Okay.
need to have 5 of the angel power cards.
Okay.
So let's get going on those. This is, and like I said, this is for the collective. So there's no right or wrong. It just is what it is. And was there something specific that you wanted to touch on today, Pamela? Or
Well, I'm just thinking, I know for a lot of people, yesterday was kind of, for some people it was really good, for other people it wasn't. And I know, like, we went to um, San Antonio area, and they actually put a curfew in effect
yeah,
from
yeah.
10 p.m. tonight, and you can't even be in your front yard.
Not even in your front yard?
Not even in your front yard, just $1,000 fine. And so, and I'm hearing that a lot of states are starting to close down things again and going back to 25% weekend. So, restaurant, capacity and just a lot of things. So I'm just wondering if we just maybe need to look at ways to deal with that energy, and what's the message for us,
Okay, that's a
right?
good
Because there's
one.
always a blessing in everything. We just have a tendency a lot of times not to see the blessings.
Yeah, I did hear that New York, no, sorry, New Mexico, they were going to shut the grocery stores down for 2 weeks. I mean, I heard that, or I read that. And then, of course, where I am, our governor shut things down. Um, I know Las Vegas shut down again.
But I know California did, but then there were people who were rebelling against that, so they were just like, yeah, we can't do it. That's why I tell my heart, it's like, okay, we've got enough staples, right? Because we don't have to worry about a lot of things, but it's like just as
Yeah,
long as we have staples and stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I feel too. I'm pretty, I mean, we can eat canned black beans, forever. I can always make tacos and,
I
and that
don't
kind of stuff.
buy a lot of canned stuff, so we have like the rice and the beans the regular that you would cook,
Mhm. Well, I have a
Um,
huge, like, I don't know how big that bag is of pinto beans and then
yeah,
rice. So we have that.
yeah. So you can make pot of beans, you can make refried beans, you can make tacos.
Mm.
I mean, it's just yeah. It's just being
Okay.
prepared. It doesn't mean that you're not calling in the negative, but you're just being wise and being prepared so that if things get tough, you're okay, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, so as I was doing this, we actually have 6 cards because another one popped out.
Okay.
And so the very first one, oh, wait, I think I did that backwards. Okay. Very first one. It is the 6 of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. I mean, I love that for our topic that we just
Right.
talked about. So here's this card.
That is so pretty. I like the colors.
I love it. Um, so we're just talking about material needs. What do we do if a store closes down? You know? So this is going to give us some hope.
Well, it's funny if you think about it, because I mean, what, 100 years they didn't live their life around being able to go to the grocery store 24/7.
Yeah.
You know.
100 years ago, I think most people had farms and they could barter. I think that's why people get a little bit more anxious now because it's like, oh, how would we get our food?
It was funny because we were talking yesterday we were at his brother's for Thanksgiving. We were talking to sister-in-law. He had helped recently the neighbor's butcher a hog, and she's like, "What? You did what?" And I'm like, "Where do you think meat comes from?" Well, I know where it comes from, but I don't have to think about it. It's like,
Right.
but there's that, and you see some of the like the farm to table. This, for the same thing for plants, for gardens. They bring, but there's so many people who are detached from that
Yeah.
cycle of life. And the cycle of life isn't about just human, it's also about plant life. It's about so many different things. So it's that whole concept of just being reconnected. And I think this is one of those things, because people are starting to talk about having gardens again, that before that wasn't a thing.
For sure.
Even if it's a
Yes.
windowsill pot garden,
Yeah,
growing your own herbs
exactly.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. We've been hearing a lot of that too. Okay, well, I'm yawning. So we will get going with this. So it says the 6 of Ariel. There are great blessings in giving and receiving. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. If you're the recipient of such a loving gift, then accept it with gratitude and humility. If you have the means to give to those in need, then do so with a compassionate way without asking for anything in return. Keep in mind that gifts do not always have to be financial, but can be energetic or take the form of help based on experience. When giving to others, consider what they truly need. Make gifts that don't promote dependency, but rather that are well thought out and empowered the recipients to go forward. It says additional meanings of this card is pennies from heavens, promotions or bonuses, acts of kindness, scholarships or grants. And I love how when we just kind of, we don't know what we're going to talk to, and we get these divine downloads on what's important at this very moment. And I think this card is like so important at this very moment. There's so many people that are just kind of being nasty to each other, and it's hurtful. And there are great blessings in the giving and the receiving. So whether you can give or receive, and it is hard to receive, it's very hard to be able to receive, especially for givers, and we're not really good at receiving. But this is going to be a good time for us to practice receiving if need be.
I also like how I said, it doesn't have to be financial. It could be energy. It could be advice. It could be
a hug, receiving a hug from somebody. I know my clients, they love when I'm like, okay, give me a hug. They just love it. And my grandma too, I was with her last night, and she goes, oh, it just feels so good when you hug me. I said, I know, doesn't it? Because it's warm.
Well, and you're as a being, right? We need so many hugs a day.
Yeah.
That's why they talk about like the babies who are failure to thrive, but they need that human contact,
Yeah.
And I know when I used to do actual networking business meetings, there was one of the ladies there who she always wanted me to give her a hug because she's like, I love your hugs. Your hugs have so much energy in them. And that's what a lot of people, they don't always realize that, it's about that energy exchange, right?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely.
For sure. Okay, so this next card is the King of Gabriel. Generous, inspirational, dramatic, driven. So keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. I love this card because it fits right in with that other card. If you can see what's going on in the world today with like an eagle's eye view, a bird's eye view, not what is right in front of your face, this card fits perfectly to that. Okay, so let's get to it.
That's kind of like our friend Adam says, give me the 10,000 foot view.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so situation. This is all about the big picture. Yes, I love it. So this is a great deal to be done, or I'm sorry, there is a great deal to be done, but your job is to come up with a grand vision. Leave the details to someone else. You can take risks because you have experience and the know-how to do so successfully. Those around you expect and want you to take the lead. Let your enthusiasm and natural charm shine through. Creativity is the key to a successful endeavor. People, a magnetic and determined leader, someone with broad vision who can motivate people to greatness. Inspirational, generous, forceful, ingenious, dramatic, driven, enthusiastic. Additional meanings of this card: an investor with morals, genuine concern for the welfare of all, setting an example, and unexpected money. And I'm telling you, with everything going on right now, this is the big picture card. This is what we are all envisioning to come to fruition. and where we're moving from 3D to 5D, and having all of the unexpected money coming and flowing in, and having that great abundance so that we don't have to just work to survive. We can actually have our vision and work on our vision and see those, and also being the leader. And that's what we do at Acorn. We're, teaching other people to be leaders, and we lead by example. I love that. Do you have anything to say about that card?
No, I think that what you said was exactly, just like
Okay.
on spot, right?
I think so. So this next one is the 2 of Gabriel. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Again, another card about vision, and getting with like-minded people, right? Not everybody's going to have or share your same, opinions or thoughts, but get with the people who do share, because there's power in numbers.
Well, and not only that, but sometimes be open enough to listen to someone else's, because you learn things that you may not be.
Yeah. Don't be so closed off.
Right.
Yep. I love that too. So it says you're making great progress. If you're experiencing a pause in action, then it's time to reassert yourself and get things moving again. Be bold and ambitious. You may have a choice to make. Don't let indecision keep you from going forward. The right choice won't come from your mind. So follow your heart. Important relationships are possible right now. Partner with people who share your outlook and passion. So additional meanings of this card: long-term vision, business partnerships, showing great courage, and friends and relationships. So I love that one too, because right now we are being called to be bold and ambitious, to speak the truth, and to speak the truth from a spiritual aspect and not a worldly aspect, which is completely different. And I think a lot of times people get kind of confused between the two. And
I agree.
And I think a lot of people are speaking from their mind, but not from their heart, right? So I think this card reminds us to be a little bit more gentle. And like you said, listen, to both sides, and show compassion.
Yeah, I was doing well, today was my time to do live on Acorn Mastery, and I was listening to Retro Radio. He was talking like, if you're listening and you're completing the person's sentences, you're not listening. Right? Because a lot of times you think you know what that person's going to say, which means you're really not listening. You're jumping ahead of where you think they're going. Mm-hmm. And I thought that's so true. You and it's annoying to be on the person who's on the receiving end of that. You're trying to sell something and they're finishing your sentence. It's like, yeah, that's not what I was going to say.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty annoying, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this is a good one. This is the 2 of Ariel. It's important to have balance. So working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. And then in this card, you'll see the yin and the yang. And so I love that. He's balancing on his hand, and she's just kind of sitting, hanging off the little angel over there. All right. So, but if you look at it, it's almost like balancing this, the world, right? You got the 3D there, and then the 5D, more than like the sky, I don't know. That's the way I take that one.
I always love the colors in those too. They have some really
I know they're
colors.
very vibrant. Okay, let's see here. 2 of Ariel. It's important to have balance. You may be working multiple jobs, or you have several projects going on at once. Okay, that's the story of my life. Reconsider your to-do list. Is it really necessary to accomplish it all? Well, is it really? Oh, I just read that. Sorry. The key to managing stress is to think of ways to make your situation more fun. Look at life in a playful way. You may be having challenges balancing your budget. Be cautious of juggling your finances in a way that causes long-term difficulties. Career changes should be looked at carefully and decisions made slowly and logically. So, additional meanings of this card: going with the flow, making it look easy, and the ability to get by on little money. So, that's also really important to like what's your want, what's your need, right? So, all your needs are going to be met, just like the first card talking about the material needs will get fulfilled magically no matter what. Everybody will be taken care of.
Well, I think the other part of that too, it kind of like, and it connects to the first card, is when you talk about, be appreciative of things that are your gifts and stuff, because sometimes our things are given to us and we don't think of the monetary value of them. So if we're looking at, you know, getting X amount of money per month or whatever, and maybe things are being given to us that we may not thought about it as, oh, well, this would have been, if I had to buy this in the store, it would have cost X amount of dollars. So you may not necessarily be getting cash,
right,
but you're still being blessed by things that really do have a value that could relate to monetary value. So just being aware of that and thankful of that makes a difference too.
yeah, and just going with the flow, don't get so wrapped up in some of those outward appearances. Okay, so this is the Knight of Raphael: romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. So, committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Okay. Choo. Bless me. I thought my sneeze was coming. I could feel it. It was tickling my nose. Okay. The Knight of Raphael. So, situations. Be prepared to be swept off your feet. Someone has the ability to bring deep emotions to the surface. This card often represents falling in love. It can also herald creative or artistic proposals and career opportunities, as well as situations or topics that make your heart flutter happily. So, someone who is a champion of emotions and artistic endeavors, a person who is in love with love itself and anything romantic, poetic, dramatic, optimistic, sophisticated, and introspective. Additional meanings of this card: engagements and weddings, rose-colored glasses, powerful emotions, the need to get grounded. You know what I appreciate about this card is the rose-colored glasses. Like, yeah, understand what's going on in the world around us, but do look at life through rose-colored glasses, because you don't have to play into the narrative, right? You don't have, and you can look for the beauty in everything.
Well, if you're like Philip was, oh, you're being a Pollyanna. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
If you look for the good, you look for the blessings, because if you look for them, you're going to find them, right?
Mm-hmm.
If all you're looking for is this bad, then yeah, you're going to find nothing but bad. So even in looking, even like with things like, chaotic, you can still look and say, well, what's the good thing about this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. Did I show you guys the card? I don't think I did.
I don't think so. That's pretty.
The Knights of Raphael.
You got sidetracked. That's okay.
I think I did. I was so interested in, but you can see, it's funny because Raphael is the angel of like the doctor. And so he has like this little green flag and then his little medicinal sign on there, which I always forget the name of it. But then look at the two white doves flying overhead. I think they're doves. Though they could be seagulls. I don't know.
Two birds.
Probably seagulls. They're by the water, but he's on his white horse. Okay.
That's one of the darker ones too, as far as the colors in it.
Yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not as vibrant.
Well, if you think about it, look on this side and how it's dark, but he's running to the light.
Right.
He's on a white horse. He's running towards the light. So that's also what we're kind of experiencing here.
Looking for the light, looking for the, things are going to get better, right?
Well, and then also the water is like cleansing, right? Cleansing yourself, washing away. The darkness.
Being in the flow, like the other card talked about being in the flow.
Being in the flow. So this is a Knight of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. I really, really like that. Okay, hold on, let me show you this. Again, for this guy, he looks like he's in deep thought.
Yep.
So they're saying, whatever your worries are, hand them over.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, when you're worrying, you're pulling up that negative, right?
Yeah.
You don't ever worry about good things happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You're always worried about what's going to happen, and it's always some of a negative thing. So you don't ever worry about something good happening.
Right.
So.
And this has an owl. So, you know, an owl has wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming through the window there.
It's,
okay. So this is, your worry is unnecessary. The worst case scenarios you're playing over and over in your mind are unlikely to come true. Thank you for that reminder, angels. Free yourself from this form of self-punishment by turning to the power of positive thinking. Release all feelings of regret, guilt, or anxiety to your angels. Consider speaking to a trusted friend who can help you find an objective point of view. Ask your angels for nights of restful sleep and pleasant dreams. Refocus your thoughts on outcomes that you're hoping for. So additional meanings of this card is darkest before dawn, questioning the past choices and stress. And I love that. That's what I got from this card, is like the darkness before the dawn. That's what we're kind of going through right now, is like dark, but there is dawn coming. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and we have to be reminded of that. Those are all really good cards.
Yep.
Okay, now we will do the gateway cards, and then you'll do your dragon cards, because those dragon cards are phenomenal. Okay, so I'm getting that we need 3 of these cards.
Okay.
And these are the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Linn, Linn. I don't know if you're updating the or not, but just in case you are.
I can't do that while we're.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I go back in afterwards and.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So.
2 and 1 more. Okay. All right. Number 1, emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. Interesting. So there she is, lying in, it's almost like on top of water, because they got a couple fish in there, and the lotus flower is in there. She just looks like she's sleeping peacefully. Let's see. Oh, they have 2 little goldfish in here, and a couple other little fish. Let's see. Emerging into grace. Okay. The card meaning is all is well. You can relax and let go. For your path is divinely guided. Gifts from the Creator are pouring into your life. Gratitude abounds. A spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so the universe wants you to know, in the stillness of retreat, the gifts of spirit will emerge at your feet. In gratitude and thankfulness, and opening into the deepest spiritual realms is occurring. Simply be ready and be open, as waves of sacred love will pour into your heart. Grace is growing within you, so that more and more you serve as a safe sanctuary for others. I love it. So this card has a question to ask yourself, and I encourage our listeners to ask yourself these questions. How does the spirit of grace want to work in my life? What has blocked it from fulfilling my life in the past? If I truly let go and open myself to grace, what will unfold? I think that's something's beeping over here. Hold on 1 second. think it's the coffee pot. Give me 1 second.
So while we're waiting for a minute, if you guys haven't subscribed or liked our channel, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and like it if you like what we're doing. If you think our videos will touch someone else's lives, please share them. Because we would definitely, our goal is to get up to 100 subscribers by the end of this month, and we're still a few away from that. So we definitely love your help.
I have no idea what that is. It's like all of a sudden start beeping, and it's like right around my desk somewhere. Can you figure it out?
But that stopped.
Stops and then it goes again. That's so weird. That's crazy. I've never heard that before.
Is that a fire alarm type thing? Maybe the battery warning.
It's my what? No, it's over this way.
No, it's some honestly like no, I'm telling you it's right somewhere. There, just here. Some down there.
Something's trying to distract us.
I think it was I think it was my shredder, but it's never done that before. So that's really crazy. Okay, here we go. Wow. I've never heard that from my shredder. I'm like, that's weird. Okay, so emerging into grace. Beautiful card. I love it. Okay, this is embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonders of the world. What kind of adventures are we going to go on? Definitely need to go on one.
Whatever we set our mind to, right?
Yeah. Okay. So this one says, card meaning. New frontiers await you. You are entering a period of expansion and are also going beyond self-imposed limitations. Excuse me. Even if you feel hesitant, this is the time to try something new and do things in a different way. You might even visit a far off lands. Step out of your comfort zone and into some fun. The universe wants you to know there is a vast and wondrous vista just around the corner, but you'll never see it if you don't venture out. Adventure often entails risk, but without it, life can become lackluster and stagnant. Plan a trip, take some classes that push you out of your comfort zone, experiment with new styles, do the same thing you've always done, but in new and different ways. Go beyond your boundaries and step out of character. I love that. You know, when we were working all together in our other community, I was always pushed out of my comfort zone. But it's in that space where you grow. Because if you're just doing the same thing over and over again, like you're used to doing, you don't grow out of that. So these are some questions to ask yourself. What is the best adventure for me to take at this time? What has kept me from seeking this in the past? And what future adventures do I desire? I love, because I've been like wanting to travel for a while. I'll go anywhere. I just want to go somewhere. Okay. This is stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. I like that card.
Pretty.
She's just sitting on the moon with her little eyes shut. Okay, card meaning. Take a moment to enter into the silent, deep place within you. Be still, let everything go, and focus on what truly is important. Imagine spiraling down into the source of your essence. Breathe deeply. Allow your body to relax into the present moment, the here and the now. The universe wants you to know deep within you is an inner sanctuary. Having this inner peace, however, doesn't mean that there isn't chaos or disharmony around you. It means that no matter what is occurring in your life, you can observe it from a place of stillness. Surrender to the sweet energy of quietude. Avoid the temptation to embrace the drama and urgency of life. Affirm that all you have, affirm that you have all the time you need. Power is born in stillness, and your potential is dramatically expanding in the majesty of silence. I love that. I love it. I was just talking to a client today about breathing and knowing that when you're breathing and going within, that's when you're most connected to God, and you can get and you feel that unconditional love.
Right, connected to source.
And then also the other thing is, no matter what the chaos and disharmony is happening in the world, you can always go within and find happiness, true love. Makes me just want to like take a little sigh of relief. So these are questions to ask yourself. What do I need to stop or surrender in my life? How can I enter into inner stillness? How can I enter into my inner stillness? As I become still, what will expand in my life and what will contract? I do love that. What do we need to stop, or what do we need to surrender to?
Yeah.
I like if you're thinking about becoming still, because in that stillness, you are expanding. So you're in that place of expansion. All right, perfect. So do we want to do some dragon cards?
Okay.
We've got a few more minutes. Yeah, those were good cards, huh?
Yep. And it's like they always come together, and we always, it's like we don't know when we're going through, what it's going to be, or what the cards are going to say, but they always work together, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a number that we need, or is it just whatever comes out, comes out?
Yeah, just no. Yeah, however many come out.
Okay. These are really just an awkward size.
Oh, well, those Archangel Power, like they're so, the deck is so massive. It's so hard for me to, and I feel like I have good size hands. But even with that, it's still challenging.
So. Just not getting any coming out. Let me try shuffling them.
They're going to make you work today.
Right? I try not to look at them and just like, oh, that's pretty, and pull it that way,
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, is that just me being drawn to it, or is it really what we need to hear today,
I always muscle test to make sure that that's the card we need.
Okay, I got two that seems to be what we're looking at today.
Okay.
So the first one that came out is an earth dragon. I don't know if you can see it. That was my background.
A little. Okay, yeah.
And it says, clears your path and the land around you.
Yay.
Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is being cleared, and you can move forward in your life.
I love it.
So,
what's the name of that dragon?
Earth dragon.
Earth dragon.
So it is a fourth dimensional dragon.
Okay.
I remember those are the ones that they love humans and nature, and they love to help every aspect of the natural world.
Oh,
and they're
good.
here to serve us and our planet.
Oh, nice.
That's their main goal. So let's see what the card itself, the book says for it. So they're brown, the color of the soil. They love the planet and the land itself. It was these sturdy dragons who helped to build the original dragon lines that now we call them ley lines.
Wow, I heard that, ley lines.
And part of their service work is to travel along them to clear them when asked to do so. So when we send an instruction to the Earth dragons to work with the ley lines, they can power away under the surface to clear any blockages. And this impacts hugely on people and solutions in the vicinity. And with the vibration, the Schumann resonance and everything going up and the numbers, I'm wondering if there's a lot of dragons right now really working on the ley lines and the vibrations and stuff.
I'm almost wondering, Pamela, if right now if we could just take a quick pause and just ask the Earth Dragon to help and assist in with the ley lines and helping clear any blocks and clear any blocks that we have right now for ourselves and for the collective. So can we do that with intention?
Let me see if it actually, let me just finish reading real quick and just see. Yeah, because it even talks about we just want to visualize. So take a moment to direct him to clear the planetary grid and to visualize the grid glowing and shimmering. So if we just kind of visualize that and seeing the Earth and just seeing all the different ley lines in the grid, and even if you don't really know what the ley lines are, just visualize the Earth growing and being clear and shimmering, that shimmery essence of being that energy. So let's just do that.
Yeah, let's do it. And I invite everybody who's watching us to help do that with us right now. So
we're asking all the Earth dragons to work together, and we ask that you remove anything that's not in accordance with our divine light, and that you just raise the frequency of the land.
Yes.
And I do that, and it's raining. Can you hear it?
Oh, is that the rain? I was like, what is Alan doing?
Like,
I thought Alan was grinding like nuts.
No, it's like as soon as I did that, all of a sudden it's pouring. I mean, it's been sprinkling off and on today, but I mean, it's like pouring now.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's coming down hard. Cool. Well, it's those dragons are clearing, cleansing that Earth's energy, and we thank them for that.
Yeah, so it says it's going to be increasing our spiritual journey and making us ready to fly.
Nice. We're ready for that.
Right? Okay. Yeah. And then the other one I got that we pulled is actually Archangel Gabriel's dragon.
Oh.
Which is so perfect because this one actually is a 5th dimensional dragon and it brings purification.
Nice. And that water too is
right? And it's the self-discipline will spur ascension and bring joy. So you can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond.
Wow.
And this one, it's a totally white. I don't know if you can see it or not. It looks blue on cover. It's actually a totally white dragon.
Nice.
So
beautiful.
And his holding a diamond. And so, and again, the 5th dimensional dragons are the ones that help hold us in the 5th dimension frequency, and they prepare for the new golden age. And we're talking about ascending from the 3rd to the 5th, right? And they just are here to help the planet and humanity. And let's see what other details we can get from this. I think it's funny that it started pouring down right after we did this.
Well, this one said his dragons shine their crystal light into our energy fields in our physical body, allowing deep cleansing and purification to take place. Because as we move from 3D to 5D, we're getting our new crystalline body. So I think that's part of it.
Yeah. So receiving this card implies that we are expected to cooperate with Archangel Gabriel's diamond white dragons.
Okay.
So to accelerate our ascension. So that's
nice.
So perfect, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what else it says is that you will become a shining beacon and will automatically radiate light that shows others the way. And you know what I love about that, Pamela, is that's the whole reason why we started this channel, Lightworker Secrets to Success, was to shine a light, show the way. We can hold that lamppost, we can hold the torch, and we can say, you know, follow us. Like we've been there, done that, follow us, or we'll all go together, or you don't have to go alone. But we also like to lead by example. And that
Yep.
is in truth with, you know, and integrity.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice.
So that is our card reading for today. Thank you guys for
Yay.
watching.
Yes.
Again, we appreciate you. If you haven't liked, please like and subscribe to our channel. And if there's someone else that you know would benefit, please feel free to share. And stay tuned because we will be back with the rest of our team in about 5 minutes.
Yes.